We are ready to create our first Rails application using PostgreSQL. What we want to do is open up a new terminal shell. As you can see here, I am pointed at the root directory. So what I want to do is change the directory to point at my desktop. That way when I create my Rails application, I can actually see it provisioned here on the desktop. To create our first Rails application using Postgres, all we have to do is type Rails new and then the name that we want to give our application. For this course, I'm going to call our application SR Demo App, but you can call your application anything you want, maybe the name of your business, your product, or an idea that you might have. For now, let's just call it SR Demo App. Then what we can do is specify the database by typing in --database and setting it equal to PostgreSQL. Let's hit enter and see what happens. As you can see, our new Rails application was created right here on our desktop. Now if we go to the command line and we observe what's happening, the first thing that happened is that a bunch of files and folders got created in this directory called SR Demo App. That's what all these creates right here are. Okay. The next thing that happened was that a bundle install was kicked off. Now in our Rails application, we have what are called Ruby gems, which are just packages of Ruby, just packages of code that we are going to leverage in our application. So this bundle install needs to be completed before we can actually start building out our application. Let's give it a second and see what happens. We may run into some issues. The bundle install is taking a little bit of time. That's because you just installed Rails 6 and it's the first bundle install that's being executed. Typically the first time this happens, it takes a bit of time, but in the future when you create your Rails applications, it won't take this long. Awesome. So because we installed Yarn, we didn't run into any problems. Because we installed Yarn, Webpacker successfully installed. If we hadn't installed Yarn before we created our Rails application, the bundle install would have failed. At this point, we are done with the installation and we are ready to get going creating our Rails application. Congratulations, you made it, and I'm looking forward to working with you throughout this course.